Okay, so I want you to picture two different versions of your day.
Okay.
In one, you're basically dodging dodgeballs all day. Emails, demands, life is happening to you.
Right.
And in the other version, life is just moving through you.
It sounds like such a subtle shift, but mechanically, it's a completely different way of operating, isn't it?
It really is.
We're looking at a text today that basically dismantles that whole hustle mindset. It argues we spend so much energy trying to command reality.
When it doesn't respond to command.
Exactly. It responds to something else entirely. Coherence.
Okay, let's pause there for a second because coherence sounds nice and all, but, hustle pays the rent.
Right.
I think a lot of us are addicted to the struggle because we believe the struggle is the work. Like, if I'm not sweating, am I even trying?
And that is the exact point this source goes after. It makes this claim. Choice is quieter than force.
Choice is quieter than force.
Mm.
But couldn't you argue that sounds a little passive? Well, if I want to build a business or run a marathon, that takes force. It takes grit. Is this text just saying we should quit if things get hard?
Not at all. It's making a distinction between the exertion of, say, building something versus the strain of misalignment.
Okay.
Think about it. Have you ever made a big decision where even though the work ahead was hard, the choice itself just felt calm?
Yeah. Actually, when I moved to this city, moving was a total nightmare physically, but the decision, I didn't lose any sleep over. It just felt inevitable.
That's it. That's the key. The text says real decisions feel settled before they are acted on.
So if you have to mentally wrestle a decision to the ground just to keep it alive.
That's likely already dead. We're
Yeah.
just using force to compensate for a lack of alignment.
Which brings us back to that word coherence. The
Yeah.
source says, and I'm quoting here, reality responds to coherence, not desire.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I mean, a bit of a slap in the face to the whole manifestation culture that says if you just want it badly enough, it'll happen.
Right. Think of coherence
Right.
like architecture. You can desire a third-story balcony on your house all you want. You can visualize it. You can put it on a mood board.
But gravity doesn't care about your mood board.
Gravity does not care. If the structural beams, the habits, the foundation aren't there, gravity wins. Every single time.
So our lives work the same way?
That's the argument. Desire is just the signal, it's the blueprint.
Yeah.
But coherence is the actual engineering. You can't just want your way through a structural flaw.
This actually flips the script on manifestation then. The text says, I do not manifest by imagining, I manifest by inhabiting.
Yeah, it's the difference between visiting a house and actually living in it.
Okay.
When you inhabit a truth, you act as if that reality is already structurally sound. You stop trying to convince the world, and you just become the person who already has the thing.
I want to pivot now to the part of this deep dive that I think is going to be the hardest for people to swallow.
The body.
The body. The text says, clarity is physical before it is verbal. And I feel like we just ignore this constantly. We treat our bodies like they're just taxis for our brains. But the text claims the body registers truth faster than thought.
It views the body as a high-speed processor, and the conscious mind is the laggy monitor.
So what does that actually look like?
Well, let's take silence. We usually treat silence as an empty space, or worse, awkwardness.
Sure.
But the source calls silence a field where information resolves. Think of your brain like a computer installing a huge update.
The spinning wheel of death.
Right. And when that screen freezes, what's our first instinct?
To panic. Click the mouse 1,000 times. Try to force it.
Exactly. But the computer isn't broken. It's processing. It needs that pause to resolve the code.
And we do the same thing. We get a weird feeling in our stomach about a job offer. And instead of just sitting with that freeze, we immediately start talking over it.
But the salary's good. But the title is nice.
Yeah, exactly.
The body signaled no instantly. That pit in your stomach was the data. But the verbal brain came in late and tried to do PR for it.
So you're saying if we can just sit in that silence without panicking, we won't have to figure it out. We'll just know.
The information will resolve on its own.
It's trusting that the freeze is functional, which I guess leads to this idea of momentum. I always think momentum comes from urgency deadlines, caffeine, panic.
And this suggests the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Momentum appears when resistance is no longer fed.
When you stop fighting the current.
You just move. You don't need to paddle downstream.
That's a terrifying kind of trust, though, to just stop paddling.
It is. But the affirmation the source offers for that is, I am not late, I am not early, I am placed.
I am placed. I like that. It feels less like I'm waiting at a bus stop and more like I'm exactly where the construction needs to happen.
Right. It reframes your current position, even if it feels stagnant, as necessary. You aren't falling behind, you are stabilizing.
So for everyone listening who feels like their life is just a series of frantic reactions,
Mhm.
what's the one thing to take away?
I think it's to stop treating uncertainty as an emergency. There's this one line, instability is information, not an instruction.
Oh, that's good. Instability is information.
Yeah. Think of it like the check engine light on your car's dashboard. When it flashes, you don't take a baseball bat to the dashboard, right?
No. And you don't drive faster to get away from it.
You pull over and you look under the hood.
You'll pull over.
It's just data. It's telling you something is shifting. But we usually treat anxiety as an instruction to either run or to fight. If you can just look at it and say, okay, this is light on the dashboard, you stop reacting, you start responding. And that's where the alignment really happens.
Yeah.